Time to make our argument, guys!
Oh, now on pause.
Yeah. Makoto really do it?
Prevented it from getting wet.
Oops.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side was the sprinkler got that side wet.
It was only dirty on one side, yes.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Wait, hold on. I need to soak this in.
By covering the body with the tarp,
Okay.
the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side,
It was only dirty on one side.
because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
What? Hold on.
By covering the body
Knife?
with the
No.
tarp,
Body before the explosion.
the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only...
When the body was found. 7 a.m. Makoto arrive in the dining hall. So not when the body was found.
It's because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Body before the
underside of
explosion.
tarp, it was
What does body before the explosion say? The corpse had a mask covering its head and a white jacket covering the body. A knife had been present. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground. Oh.
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Okay, it was.
Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Critical.
actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
Yep.
Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something
The
like
chicken! Oh my god.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Right there in the garden, which must mean... Wait, did I pass it? Where is it?
I got it!
I got it!
Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken? And then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Okay, facts.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. the ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
Huh?
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. Nice. This guy's dead body has been...
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
She just agreed.
No, not that.
Oh.
I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we going to do with it? Rosa?
But the connection was on my end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Connection is finally fixed. I was trying to figure that shit out. That's why I was quiet for like the whole time.
Okay.
But yeah, we can't let Toko keep it. That's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway.
So what to do?
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto?
Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. How do you make your argument for this, bro? Okay, this guy's dead body. Alright, who's full of shit?
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
That's true.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
It's probably the stab one. Oh, I gotta check. Loaded body analysis.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it?
Exploded body analysis shows explosion of burner, the upper half of the body. Because of this, the upper half was soaking wet while the bottom half was really dry. That probably has nothing to do with it.
If he did have that knife before, then that's it.
Body before the explosion says mask covering its head, jacket, abdomen. There were blood stains around the wound. The wound had stopped bleeding, but blood was noted, however, that there was no blood. Oh, body before the explosion.
Just because I had the knife, that automatically...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Fuck. See what you're saying? Oh, fuck.
Damn, even Yasuhiro's calling you out.
Fuck.
When Yasuhiro calls you out, damn.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
True.
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that, that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife, that automatically...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
Is getting
there's
stabbed what
no
killed her?
question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
It's the getting stabbed one, okay? Now I
We
have
found lodged in
the
dead
bullshit.
body.
I just don't know the bullet.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Okay, what was this guy's dead body? All right, let's look at that real quick. The murder took place before the sprinklers turned on. Okay. The suspect covered the body of the tarp. Later, when they removed the tarp, the suspect placed the white jacket on the body. This jacket had previously been treated with blood to make it look like the corpse had been wearing it. Is that one? I can see the dead body. It's a bomb.
That seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had that automatically...
Well, getting stabbed is what...
Man.
No,
Man. Man.
wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it. In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Yep.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Stabbed twice at the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. He stabbed before the explosion. Harp. The corpse had a mask covering its head and at night had been present in the abdomen. There were blood stains around the... Is it this one? No. Okay, that's for later. The upper half of the body remained on fire, and because of this, the upper half was soaking wet, while the bottom half remained dry. Nothing to do with that. Let's tattoo on the right hand. Is it fire here? It should be noted at the bottom, which has been used from the It's hard to imagine this too. Sprinklers. No. Fuck. What kind of, yeah. Sure. Okay, nothing. Fuck. I'm confused as to what they're trying to ask me. The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. No, there's no... Beyond recognition, the upper half of the body remained on fire. Yep, because the upper half was soaking wet while the bottom half remained dry. Yeah, nothing to do with it. Fake nails. The body was wearing notable long, okay, no. Tattoo on the right hand, no. Fragments, no. Sprinklers. Sessions assumed that the body had been in the garden would have been wet. No. The body was found. The announcement. Okay, we're there. In the gym and together they headed to the headmaster's room. Back at the crime scene. Chicken food. Say that there was no corpse in the garden. I also said that yesterday. Body before the explosion. So, no. I mean, I think I said that one already. Oh, yeah. What's wrong with the arrows? This one? Dude, what? What are you asking for? Are they asking for how? They're asking for how she died. The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. Why isn't it possible? The victim is, or however, dead before the boss. The victim had been stabbed a single time.
I got it! The Monokuma file states that there was only one stab wound.
Yes, there was one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Dude, this guy's making me do all these fucking tasks that are like...
The knife
was just another
Oh
piece
my
of
God.
camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown...
I might be dumb.
I just skipped over his shit.
Even I'm
Sorry.
not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that
Kyoko.
is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Quiet, quiet.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
You determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. What is this? Okay, make your argument. Only 3? Okay.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right?
It wasn't because of the
And
knife.
then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that,
Did I not read this? Due to the victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which there had also been a struck in the head with an object that was okay. Yes, yes. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Yes, yes, true.
Then shall we continue that the victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already told.
Was she totally dead? I forgot what something what are my 3? Body before explosion, exploded body analysis. Okay, we just read this one. Exploded body analysis. Wait, what? Body before the explosion and exploded. Okay, that body before the explosion. The corpse had a mask covering its head and a white jacket. A knife had been pressed into the abdomen and there were blood stains around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground around the body.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that,
So what Byakuya is saying is true there.
across her entire. Then shall we continue that the victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, she was.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right?
Was
And
not.
There's only one other thing.
oh yeah. According to the that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back.
No. I don't.
Then shall we continue the debate?
Who's full of shit?
Fatal injury has yet to be
The
determined.
victim's
correct?
fatal
The
injury.
explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's
Is this something that reveals how she died? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. Yeah, the victim has been stabbed a single time with a knife. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
No, that's true. I will shot that.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
How do we know that?
Well, yeah.
and it wasn't me.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be
Maybe
it.
the
And
explosion.
more than that, the
Maybe
victim
the
had suffered
explosion.
countless wounds across her entire
Maybe the explosion. This is hard.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury.
The explosion didn't kill her
Get
for
out of the way.
sure.
Fuck. Okay, well that's a fail. Who's full of shit? Ooh.
I refuse to give up.
Okay. There's only 3 bullets. We're trying to figure out how she died. Explosion, knife, body before exploded body and all. The exploded body analysis shows. Excuse me, did I miss it? The explosion had burnt the upper half of the body. Okay, yeah, whatever. The upper half of the body remained on fire and had a big singer. Because of this, the upper half was soaking wet while the bottom half remained dry. That doesn't show how she died. Body before the explosion, the corpse had a mask covering its head and a knife had been thrust in the abdomen and there was floating around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground. There's no blood on the ground.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
I don't know, is it this one? Fuck. I'm kind of just shooting shit now.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Okay.
Well, yeah, she was up.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that.
I don't know, bro. I'm kind of just shooting shit now because I'm so confused.
Then shall we continue the debate?
Exploded body.
Fatal injury has
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot this, bro.
The explosion didn't
It
kill her
soaked
for
my
sure.
bullet.
Yeah, because you got the white noise.
Yeah, she was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only...
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it.
There was evidence, and more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then shall we continue the debate?
Oh.
The victim's
Fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Bro.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
True
The
statements.
explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already told.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
No,
And
yep.
then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that,
Yeah.
the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire...
Let's see. The body was covered with other wounds. So they're all true. The only ones that are probably not true
Then shall we
are
continue?
explosion
Explosion
and
didn't kill her for
knife.
sure.
Explosion and knife. I think.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Ugh.
Well, yeah. She was already told.
And it wasn't
Do they?
That's gotta be it. And more than that, the victim had suffered
Countless wounds is
across her
true.
entire
I can
body.
only think of one thing that could have killed her. Can you tell me, Makoto? 5. Due to the explosion, the victim yes. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife. Yes, it had to be the head. It had to be the head.
The victim's fatal injury has
Has yet to be determined, correct?
Wait, what did I use for that? Did I use Monokuma File 5? Was it Monokuma File 5 for that? Did I use that combo already?
Do you want me to help you?
Okay, I'll figure it out.
I refuse to give up yet.
Monokuma File number 5. Fatal injury is unknown. It's unknown, but he feels like he knows.
Then shall we continue the debate?
Uh-huh.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't you because of the knife, right?
Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't know, dude. It's explosion or knife, because everything else seems to be true.
Then shall we continue? The victim's
Fatal injury is
has yet
unknown.
to be determined.
The explosion
Yes.
didn't kill her for sure.
The explosion. Yep, it wasn't the explosion that I get. It could be that.
Yeah.
She was already.
And it wasn't you because of the knife,
The
right?
knife,
There's
probably
only one other
no.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Yeah.
More than that. The victim had
It's the end of the episode. Do you want me to just help you?
entire body.
No.
Then shall we
Alright,
continue
we'll
the
keep going
victim's
until you
fatal
figure this shit
injury
out
has
then.
yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah.
Is
And
it?
it wasn't you.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Is it?
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that
Mahakuma File 5.
of her head.
Dude, what could have killed her? The only thing I can think of, yes, the back of her head. Yeah.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
Oh, it's a mechanic.
And it wasn't you because of the knife.
Oh.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to them, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds. Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's
Shut the
fatal
fuck up.
injury
Shut the
Oh,
fuck up. I forgot you could make your own bullets.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head.
Oh, you're
she
gonna like the other games.
Dude, I forgot you could make your own bullets.
You're gonna have to like the other games.
I bet. Fuck, alright, let's end it here. God, I hate everything. You can make your. I was trying to read this like it made no sense because it didn't make any sense. I pissed. Fuck.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Thanks for watching, guys.
That's fucking funny.
Oh my god. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.